Hello, hello and welcome. Uh, like, I've been talking to myself. I suppose I haven't switched on the microphone yet. Can somebody please confirm if the audio is fine, if it is coming to you guys or not? Uh, yeah. Okay, okay. So hello and welcome. Kindly pardon me because I kind of messed up a little bit. No problems. Thank you very much for confirming. Uh, the audio is fine. The video is also fine. So nice. We'll begin now. Welcome to Market Insights live streaming episode. Today we will talk about something related to Australian dollar, and despite certain news in the market is comparatively less volatile today. Okay, thank you very much for confirming. Priyanka, Amon, and Khushbu, it's all fine. Okay, so let's get on with it, right? So let's get inside the market itself. Okay, I suppose the chart is also visible. Okay, uh, I hope it is visible. Yes, let's make it more clear. This way it is better, I would say. Okay, yeah, is it fine? The video is fine, right? You can see the chart. Okay, thank you, Amon. So here we are. It's gold, I suppose, yeah. But before getting to gold, let's see what has happened till now. Okay, like since yesterday we have seen a lot of data has come out, a lot of unnecessary data, we would say, not much to focus on, but CPI has come lower for Swiss franc, which means Swiss franc is going to depreciate against the dollar, which has more inflation there, probably euro as well. Okay, and later on we saw ISM manufacturing PMI. It was again lower than expected, and it is already contracting by the number of it. If we can say, it's 46 instead of 47, which was predicted. And despite such low numbers, USD is somehow still getting some support from the market. Okay, so apart from that, today in the morning, for which we are doing this live stream, the topic is related to this only. Okay, Australian dollar cash rate revision was done. The cash rate was kept unchanged, okay, at 4.1%, which was already forecasted. It was already, you know, uh, understood. Now, if you look at the chart history of this particular thing, it was increased by 25 basis points since last May to June. 25 basis point it was increased. It was supposed to be kept normal at 3.85%, but it didn't. Okay, so that is the thing. So today it was completely forecasted, and Australian dollar. We will see what happened on the chart. Okay. Apart from that, there is a little bit lower volatility when compared to other days usually, uh, because of this particular thing that USD, in US there is a bank holiday. Let's see because of what? Because of Independence Day. Okay, so they are celebrating some Independence Day, and hence we will see some low volatility, low liquidity in the market. Okay, for the week ahead we would see a lot of movements in oil, and I will show you one good opportunity that has arrived in western Texas Intermediate, that is crude. We will see that on chart as well, so uh, just hang on there. Yeah, we will go to that as well. Okay. Next, we will have at midnight almost FOMC meeting minutes, which was the previous hike. Those minutes will be published tomorrow. We'll see what all comments had been made by different members of the FOMC, and we'll see what they want. Okay, what they want to do. Okay, so just as the minutes will come out, a little bit higher volatility is expected. Okay, however, not much, because the market has already digested a lot of comments that have already been made. So not too much to worry about, but still keep an eye out. Okay, next, it is the first week, obviously, so we will have some employment data. ADP, non-farm employment change on Thursday, unemployment claims on Thursday, ISM services PMI, okay, Joel job openings on both of these on the same day. ADP usually used to come on a Wednesday, but no problem. The timings are different: 5:45 for ADP non-farm employment change, and 7:30 for Jolt's job openings. Okay, then there is crude oil inventories as well. Okay, so for those who want to trade in oil, they have to keep an eye out for this particular data, right? And then we will go on to Friday. An important data that will be coming out is NFP, obviously, non-farm employment change, and we will look at that uh, in detail. The expected amount is 224. We'll see what kind of data is put up and how the labor market is functioning in USA, right? Later on, Lagarde will speak. Okay, that's fine, and then the week will end. Now, getting on to our topic of the day, let's switch on to our chart instead. This is the gold chart, okay? These are the levels that were posted yesterday on Telegram channel, okay? If you want these levels, obviously, it goes without saying that all these levels are for educational purposes only, okay? So consider it likewise. We need to understand that these levels are very important for understanding for reversal points. Okay, so if you will see, everything is on point in these levels. Okay, if you're considering from here, it hasn't started increasing and breaching every particular level, doesn't mean that these levels are useless. Obviously, every single level is an entry point. Okay, for a positive break. Okay, for a positive break, this is an entry point, and the next level is usually cover, or usually wait and watch wala part. Okay, so you can just cover, or you can move forward with the trade direction. Okay, now this is a small downside, and then it has picked up. Okay, the time frame is 5 minutes, which means intraday. Okay, it's really nice because the whole play has played out to be extremely well with this three wave extension. Okay, all the three waves are in on point. Okay, one, two, three, along with this level, along with this trend line, so everything is aligning to a single point. This is about gold. Okay, it can happen in almost any particular asset. We are not discussing gold as such. Everything is based on technical analysis. Okay, so is the audio fine? If I'm not wrong, there's some net. Is there any issue with the audio? If it's fine, then just let me know. Okay, let's see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, get back to that. Sure. So thank you, Saima, for confirming. Okay, this is fine. So what we were talking about here is this is a three-wave structure. It didn't break this three-wave structure. Instead, it just kept on going. So if you had the understanding, we would have made a trend line somewhat like this with multiple touch points. The break was here, which was also the break of the level as well. Okay, if you look at this, and this trend line is very important because it is functioning like a marvel. Okay, till a break at this point. Okay, it has been functioning really great, but it was broken. Sorry, broken isn't a word. It was broken at 2:20 in this particular day where we're having this live stream. What we need to know is what has happened in this week. So that is why we're discussing all this. These levels then acted as a resistance, and then it couldn't reach above this level. After that, it has just functioned as a range. This particular level, amazing range. Okay, can't do much in it because volatility was kind of low, and then there was a double top kind of structure made, but it didn't cover all the way down. Instead, it took some support. It took some consolidation and then started moving up. Now, if you will see this particular part, okay, look at this. Went up, took supports multiple times. Now, what happens in this scenario is there is not much buying selling, not much liquidity because the candles are also very small. Okay, throughout it has been very low volatility. Okay, throughout very low liquidity is there. Now, what happens is sometimes it moves up, sometimes when it breaks this level, okay, it goes down. But in this scenario, it never broke the level. Okay, if you will see, it never broke beneath this particular level. Okay, it didn't cross under. So it took some support, it took some good liquidity with it, and it started moving up. Okay, so it started moving up, it faced the first resistance over here, then it dipped down again, not to mention these two resistances on this level. Okay, and then it went up. Now it couldn't survive much above it, and it was not a very good bull run. It just stopped at this particular point, and then it went down and it came all the way to this trend line. This trend line, it took a support and then it's moving up. Now it's coming down as well. So not much liquidity above this particular level, 1928, 27, something something. Okay, not much liquidity. There might be some form of movement upside if people are willing to buy it. If they are not, then there is a trouble. Okay, so this is the overall scenario in gold. Now, okay, this is fine. So this is what has happened. Now, short term, what will happen? So let us see what the moving averages are telling us. Okay, overall, this remains bullish. Okay, overall, it remains bullish. Okay, because of this movement, slow, consistent movement upside. Okay, slow, consistent movement is always good. Okay, it remains bullish, and there might be certain points where it will just check it up, and mostly it is waiting for some more data, I would say. Overall, if you look on a daily time frame, then you will see that it's waiting for something, maybe employment data of US, maybe like that. Okay, let's delete all the things. How to delete it? Go to the delete option and delete drawings. Okay, so here we are. Okay, it's moving. This is a daily time frame. Okay, so consider it likewise. Now, to get a reference, we'll take the highest high and then make probably a trend line like this. So almost it is breaking this trend line today, or might be not. It might not get that kind of movement upside. That is also a possibility. Okay, because the 100-day moving average is just like it is here around 1935. The high it has made is around 1930, right? 1931. So accordingly we will have to look at it. Okay, somewhat it is being churned between 100 and 200-day moving average. Look at this break and this upside. Okay, so after taking support on this, it is going up since 1894 somewhere. Okay, it is going up now. Okay, so overall this is the idea. It remains not very bullish on the trend line on the daily time frame, but on intraday you can bet on the long side. Okay, however, these are not trading advices, nor do I uh, you know endorse such ideas of trading. Okay, it is just an educational idea. You have to consider it likewise. uh, this is going to be a resistance 1935, 34.8, whatever it is. Okay, that is an important point to cross. Okay, now let's go on to the hero of the hour. Okay, what has happened in Australian dollar? Okay, it has seen a very good green day. Okay, went down and came back up all the way to the 50-day moving average. That's something else. Okay, so let's just go down to 15 minutes and see where we are. We don't want much scribbling on our chart, so let's see this. Okay, this is the way it acted. Somewhere around 10 it started floating down completely, and then it encouraged itself back up. Okay, it's almost a V recovery. Okay, like this, it makes a V. Now it is consolidating. I won't call it a bullish move. Okay, this is just go down and come up. Okay, dump and pump, the same thing. Okay, now it is somewhat consolidating right now. Okay, because A, the volatility is low. B, there might be some technical data which it is waiting for, or maybe people are just buying it slowly. Okay, 15-day moving average still is positive for the day. That means it's still good on the green side, right? So overall, this is the scenario overall. Okay, now one thing that we will note is we will go to the daily time frame. We will understand what is happening overall. Okay, so this is the thing. Let's close this. Yes, right. Now, can you make sense of the chart like that? Okay, can somebody tell me what's happening in this chart? Okay, anyone, put it in the chat box. Let's have a two-way communication today. Okay, I'm already bored. So, can you get something out of it? Can you make sense of such a chart? Tell me. Just by looking at the chart, nothing to focus too much. Okay, no, nothing is the right answer, wrong answer. What do you think of this chart? Can you make sense of it? Yes. Okay, no answers yet. Can you make sense of this particular thing? I would say not. Okay, you cannot make sense of it because it is not too much helpful. Okay, it's not too much helpful. However, if you will do something like this, let's say this point to this point. Okay, let's keep the candle upside. Okay, it's looking like a broadening triangle, something like that, right? So, like this. Okay, doesn't make sense though to me yet, but somehow it will help us as a point of reference. Okay, a shorter time frame, we can see that there was an uptrend from here till this point, and there was a break. Okay, wait a moment. Okay, so yes, a smaller time frame. We are drawing this just to get a sense of it. Okay, we are not making it very accurately. Okay, so consider this as a break, and now it is going down. It has gone down still negative as compared to this trend line. Okay, and this one. Okay, so both these trend lines will act as a reference to us. Apart from that, if we will draw straight lines over here, then we will get some levels as well, right? So let's say this point and uh, this one as well. Okay, this is nice. Then not much. Okay, not much. All of this is just jumbled. Considering this particular resistance, it's just a jumbled form. It's not a very decisive thing that's going on. Okay, so this was a reversal range that it formed. It took itself inside this particular range, and now it has started to move up. Okay, now how long it will sustain? It will sustain, I would say, from my perspective. It will sustain it. It might go up, but what it is doing is it is taking resistance. Okay, from 50-day EMA, 100-day, 200-day. It is taking a resistance from this particular point, right? So the high for the day you can see here is 0.66924, somewhere around 667. Okay, 67, sorry, and the EMA is around 669 as well. Okay, so both the things are converging. Okay, it took a resistance around the same point yesterday as well. Okay, and today it is facing this particular thing. Okay, so if it breaks this 50-day, this is a daily time frame. Okay, this is daily. Okay, so we'll have to go long term on this. Okay, we cannot consider it to be a short term idea. Okay, this is a reference for our trading. Okay, this is a reference. We are taking a reference out of what we can do in this particular scenario. Okay, so this is the first scenario that we need to look at. Okay, the second scenario is the second resistance that is around this particular line. Is ask bid. What have I done? Why do I need ask bid on this? More confusing. Okay. Hmm. Now this is nice. Cleaner, better. 67049. Okay. That is another resistance that we will face. And after that, the sky is the limit. Okay. The trend line is the limit. We will look till what time it may reach at this point. Okay. It might be faster, considering on Friday there is some data which is quite impactful, right? And it is going to be very significant as well, right? So to consider this, we'll have some data. The interest rate decision is unchanged. Tomorrow there is FOMC minutes. Then there is the important PMI. Then there is job openings, employment data. Basically, balance of trade is also there. Okay. Next is non-farm payrolls and unemployment rate. So that will dictate whether it will break this particular resistance at this trend line and will move up or not, right? On a shorter time frame, yes, we have got a very good, idea as to what will happen. Okay, because we have got this range ups downside, and we know how long is the upside. If you look at this is also acting, kind of weird. You cannot make sense much out of it, but a volatility indicator like Bollinger Bands is very good in such scenarios when the market is not moving much. Okay, once it pinches like this, then there is a movement of upside. Once it pinches again, then it is a movement of downside. Okay, so again it has pinched here. Okay, in this line, it has pinched here, and it is kind of pinching also. And if it pinches, it will move on one side. Okay, the volatility will increase and it will move on one side, so that will we can look at. Okay, so that's a small hint of how Bollinger Bands work. Okay, we might take a special session for Bollinger Bands, how they work, how they function, what's the formula, and how to trade using this particular indicator, right? Okay. Yes. Sure. So this is where we are. Quite awkward situation, because the high had been made over here also. Okay, so once it reaches at this point, okay, there will be a strong resistance obviously. But what the problem is right now is there might be some liquidity grab that will be happening at this point. Or else, if it is continuing and it slices this level like a cake, okay, then it will be fine. Okay, that you have to go along with the trend, but that doesn't seem very correct. Okay, what it will do is it will have some movement upside, and it will do some consolidation here. Okay, it might break back down, or it might just break a little and then go up again. Okay, it needs to have some kind of liquidity grab in this particular, around this particular price level. Okay, so this is what it is. in Australian dollar. Now, moving on to one of the important things, one of the important commodities. Quite amazing. Okay, amazing movements it is giving. Okay, hmm. Okay, remove this first. Now, Texas Intermediate is crude oil basically. It is US standard crude oil, and it is just functioning really well for a very long time. Okay, if you'll go to the daily chart, you'll look at it. Okay, now look at this. Okay, it is functioning really well in a triangle pattern. Okay, now this is descending triangle. Okay, but just look at it. Multiple times it has respected one, two, three, four, five. Now fifth time it has respected this level. Okay, one, two, three. The lower respect has been given by at least six candles more. So it is quite a safe pattern to play with. Okay, good swings, but now it is pinching. Okay, so there might be some anxiety in the market. Okay, there might be some form of excitement or anxiety. We would say both the things on whether which side it wants to break. Although it is a descending triangle, we can't say very strongly that this is what is going to happen. Okay, so look at this. You will find what I'm talking about. Good swings, good respects. Okay, first move up. Okay, we have not figured yet this out till this point. Okay, let us consider till this point we don't know that it is doing a triangle pattern. Okay, but from this break, okay, we saw one good opportunity that this is a proper break, and now it has formed a trend line from here to here. Okay, now first opportunity is here. Next, now it will obviously do some drama in this scenario. Okay, if you look closely, this is another pattern. Okay, and then it broke from this pattern and it continued and took support on this exact price zone. Okay, which is quite intriguing, I would say, right? It was somewhere around 66, 67, right? 67.1, and then it took support twice and then it started moving up. Okay, now it started moving up. It was denied exit of this particular pattern thrice yesterday only. Okay, one, this candle, two, this candle, three, this candle. Thrice it was denied, and now it has moved down. Okay, from this particular level, it's just slipped down, went back up. Now it is still going down. Now this might be an upside. Okay, you can play with that, but you know what is your reference point. This trend line is your reference point. Okay, and it is a descending triangle, which means there is higher chances of bearishness. Okay, although we cannot say with a very strong perspective because it's all based on the market forces. Okay, there might be an upside liquidity grab and then move downside. That is also possible, or it can just go down. Okay, slowly, because multiple times all these swings are not straight up upsides and downsides. Okay, there are multiple consolidations in such moves, so you have to be patient with such a thing. Okay, and this is what it is. Okay, okay, so overall this is the scenario. It is still keeping itself upside, up above this particular moving average. It's good, it's really good, it's bullish yet. Okay, till this point where it will take support from this moving average. It will try to touch that, maybe go up, or maybe cross that, cross under, and then continue downside. Okay, that is also a possibility. So both the possibilities are in front of you. You may choose what to do. Okay. Now, okay, there's some issues. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get back. Do some analysis on. There was one thing that I wanted to show you. is yen. Okay, yen is working really great. Okay, what it has done is it has made quite an upside. Okay, it has made quite an upside since March. Okay, it's continuing to go up. It's not budging. It's not going down. Okay, now it has made a very good high day before yesterday on Friday. The high was nearly 145. Okay, above, just above the 145 mark, and then it has started to melt a little bit. Okay, now it is melting here, it is consolidating here. However, the volatility remains very high, but this volatility was countered by the bank holiday. Okay, so the bank holiday has rendered it liquidity less. Okay, so currently what we are seeing is, on the daily time frame, it is quite indecisive. Okay, maybe we can form particular consolidation zone in this particular zone, but it is not very much helpful. Okay, it is not helpful because obviously this consolidation has very less candles within it. Okay, so if you'll go onto lower time frame, not 15 seconds, dude, 15 minutes, right? That is fine. Now you will see one again tried to move up, not fine. Then it took support from here. Obviously we have just drawn it, but it will serve as a reference point for us in the near future. Currently it is bearish, it is below this particular moving average, and it is going somewhat down. It will try to target this price level or below it a little bit, and then it will kind of move up. So that is also scenario in USD JPY. Okay, this is fine. Now I would like to uh, okay, this one is nice. Okay, 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 okay. Apart from that, let's do one's question. Let's take up a question. If you guys have any question or any particular suggestion for any asset, any stock, you can do stocks as well. So put it in the chat box, because technical analysis is what we have done now, and we don't need to do a lot of fundamental on this particular thing. Okay, this is what is consolidating right now. It will serve as a reference point for us in USD JPY. However, it is very high. Okay, it is very overpriced. 144 to 145, that is what the range is. Okay, so if we'll put up RSI, we will get a brief idea whether it is overbought. Now it is in the neutral territory, but if we move on to the daily, let's see what it's telling. It's highly overbought. Okay, it is highly overbought, and I would say this consolidation uh, go on. Okay, it will continue. Yeah, this consolidation will continue because the market will be in a indecisive phase until a lot of data that is going to come out, that comes out. Okay, so it will be waiting for that. Okay, so this is the range for our reference. On daily it remains bullish, but in a consolidation. Okay, it is highly overbought. Okay, it is just above our 70 mark, 70 line mark. Okay, and this line, okay, the RSI just crossed under as we are speaking. On the daily time frame, it has just crossed under this particular signal line. Yeah, so if you can see this upside and this upside, both aligns. Okay, both aligns, but this is a move of downside now. Okay, so downside is possible, but it depends on the data as well. Getting back to data, what we need to know and remember is that tomorrow minutes is coming, good volatility will be seen, ADP, then Jolt job openings and services PMI. Okay, and later on Friday, with a lot of volatility, I would say this week will end uh, with non-farm employment change. Okay, So this will be the scenario. I've asked for a question. If you guys have any questions, you may post it in the chat box, or we will try to wrap up our session today. Okay. If you have got some valid questions, let's see. Okay. Okay. So on the daily time frame, this looks quite indecisive, I would say, because the movement upside is not very, you know, rewarding, I would say. You cannot say anything, uh, you know, of certainty, right? So this is a particular scenario. What we can say is that this downtrend has been broken just by the days. Okay, just counting the days, that is why it has broken down. Okay, uh, really sorry. Let's make it 10:09 instead. Waiting for your questions. If there is any, kindly post it. If not, okay, I haven't received any questions yet. Nice. Looking at this downtrend, we see that this is broken in this candle. Then it is going up. This is the only sign of bullishness that we can see in Australian dollars. Okay, but considering a lot of data is inbound, and this is an like it is almost consolidating. It is not much liquid phase. Okay, so we can say yes, after a consolidation, after certain consolidation, we can wait for it to pump up or pump down, whatever it is. So that is what we are looking for, right? Yes, look at this. Yeah? This is a 15 second, na? Not 15 second, 15 minutes. Kind of keeping itself above this trend line. Obviously, it has broken out, sorry, and then it is in the middle. Okay, where to go, we don't know. RSI is also pointing up. It is converging with this particular price chart, so that is fine. Completely convergence is there, so not much to give away, right? There's a pinch here, and there might be an opening upside. Okay, as long as it remains above this moving average. So all the particular interpretations have been done. If you guys have any particular question, next 2 minutes are open for you guys. Okay, if not, we will try to wrap up this session, uh, because what we wanted to do, we have done it, and probably a lot more, because Australian dollar is what we wanted to focus on. But we completed USD, JPY, we did gold obviously in the start, and we did WTI. WTI and Brent will be almost same. Okay, so Brent might also be making the same kind of pattern. We'll just confirm it once. Okay, this is a daily, na? Why is it having such a big gap here? Okay, it is almost making the same, you know, channel. That channel is somehow like this. Okay, okay. Now this is very much clear as to what we are doing. Okay, taking from this point. This again, the same thing is happening. Okay, look at this. Yesterday it was a green red day. Today is a green day, right? So overall, this is what it is. It's moving up. We know where the resistance will be, and we know if it breaks down, okay, then where the support will be, okay. So the same scenario is happening in here as well, okay. A lot of movement, upside a swing, then downside swing, then upside swing. So this game is going on, but what is of essence is that this game is almost going to get over very soon, okay. It is pinching right now, and there will be a time of break outside, okay, either downside break or upside break, okay, both the things are possible, okay. Looking at the current scenario, we will have to look at the data as well. Okay, the crude oil inventories, the OPEC meetings, what they finalize, and how they, uh, you know, react to the media, especially the OPEC countries, whether they are going to increase the output, decrease the output, what their stance is, especially when the economies are now opening themselves up. Okay, so that we will see in the coming days. For the time being, I have not received any questions. So we will wrap up our session today. Thank you very much for joining in. Okay. Uh, okay, this is fine. No, okay, nice. So thank you very much for joining in yet another Market Insights live streaming session. We'll see you next time. Till that time, happy learning. Okay. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.